a great time.
Okay, what about the next one?
Let's see on that. Nope.
Benjamin called Eli the next morning. Come and hear the news. Benjamin stuck his head out the window and rubbed his sleepy eyes. They posted guards at Jesus' tomb, explained Eli. Some say that Jesus will return to life. Yeah. Benjamin perked up. My grandfather told me that Jesus brought some people back from the dead. Maybe it will happen again, said Eli, but the soldiers say they're making sure people don't steal the body. Quickly, Benjamin...
Should you show it to Evan and Lydia, Sam?
No, let Evan and Lydia look at it.
I did.
Sit down,
Let
Evan.
them touch it if they wanted to. Quickly, Benjamin dressed and raced to the tomb. Could it be? Could Jesus have returned to life? How he hoped so. But the huge stone remained in place, and the guards blocked the tomb. With the dark, scowling faces, they told him to leave at once. As Benjamin walked slowly down the hill, he noticed a bit of white cloth hanging from a small branch. He plucked it off and rubbed it between his fingers. His parents wove cloth like this for burials. Jesus is dead, he told himself as he continued towards home. We're not ready for that one yet. That night, he sadly placed the cloth in his box. This would surely be the last thing to remember his friend by. He tried to pray, but no words came. He wondered if God was even listening. Okay, now you can open it. Early the next morning, Benjamin went to the market for his mother. He used to enjoy the crowds of the city, but now they only reminded him of how everyone had turned against Jesus. He shuffled along without looking up. It's a miracle, shrieked a girl. Benjamin stopped in his tracks and listened. Jesus has risen from the dead. The stone has been moved. Benjamin turned and ran from the market and up towards the tomb. Could it possibly be true? Could Jesus have risen from the grave? In his heart, he believed it could be. It must be. He ran even faster. Sure enough, the stone was rolled away. He fell to his knees and thanked God. When he stood, he picked up a sharp piece of broken rock. No, not yet. We're still talking about the stone. It must have crumbled from the huge stone. With a joyful heart, he marched back down to town. Jesus was alive. In the market, he met a woman who was a friend of Jesus. I know the good news, he said. Jesus is alive. Yes, she smiled. It is as the prophet said, on the third day he'll rise. Some of us have even seen him. Benjamin ran home and told his parents. He placed the stone in the box. What a treasure he had now. During the next few days, Benjamin and Eli listened as the disciples shared about Jesus had appeared to them in various places. Hey, Jesus said that all of this came to pass just so forgiveness could be preached to all nations. It's an empty tomb. He said that since we saw all these things, now we can go out to tell others the good news of his forgiveness. Benjamin smiled. Now he had understood that Jesus had forgiven him too, and he wanted to share the good news. He ran home and got his treasure box.
Change Callan's diaper.
And went out to the streets and gathered all of his friends. Inside this box, he explained, is a great treasure. The children drew closer and listened with excitement. One by one, Benjamin took out each item. He explained how he got it and what it all meant. And so you see, he said, as he closed the box and looked into their faces, the treasure is really Jesus. Because of what Jesus did on the cross, we can all be forgiven by God the Father. They all cheered and begged him to tell the story again. That night, Benjamin opened his box one more time before he went to bed. He examined each item, handling them all with love and care. Finally, he placed the last one back in the box. Then he knelt and prayed. Dear God, thank you for letting me find all these special treasures. And most of all, I thank you for sending your greatest treasure of all. Thank you for sending Jesus and helping me be a good servant for Jesus. Help me tell everyone I know about the good news. Amen.
All right, Evan, Lydia, say thank you, Aunt Cassie.
Thank you, Aunt Cassie.
Whoa.